Fresh new J's, AMG, switch lanes on. Never been a boat or lame-o. Never switch.
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt.
Asia Wilson's on top. Can't take her spot.
She won MVP, P, 1, 2, and 3. Said she wasn't enough, so she did it for us.
Mic check 1, 2.
On that New York, baby. Took his truck and picked me up at Newark. Then he took me to the deli and he took his time. He said, I know that you had a long flight, but I got something longer, my New York, baby.
I got me a nice little shop pull up on the B-Day. I'ma walk on stage, my ass on radio. What she say? I've been on the E-way. Come on the G-way. She wanna put on my chain, yeah. She wanna put on my DJ. Let it go like a relay. Cause my phone do days.
Yeah, I love me a trappin', no dark skin, country old. Got it out the mud, 610, thug gold. Talk real sleek, big tip, big gun, no. Pick a girl up when we hunch, strong gold. Hit her, making them play, stacking that pay. Buy me whatever I want, hit her. 3 pointers on the chain, fresh new J's, AMG.
As a faux nigga, call me an auto yes man. I don't know. You can send your best man, you gon' lose your best hitter. What the f is that? What the f is that? That's how I step. On you. We step on like Craig Daddy, we in a general pet, right? Won't come outside, he's scared, probably deeper than a party. That don't matter. Cause I'm gon' spray this out of everybody. I'm not a I do magic, turn his whip into a bat. Take his life, he shouldn't have had. I'm quick, it's not just like my dad. I need a rule, she kinda sad. She let her go, she let you have it. Play you, let you try, you die. I'm cold as hell, but let off fire. Please don't try, cause you gon' die. I don't wanna see your mama cry. Who won't smoke with me? 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 Rolling, not a stopwatch, don't never stop. This the flow that got the block hot, got super hot. Ay, give me my respect, give me my respect. I just took it left like on ambidex. I moved through London with the Euro steps. Got a sneaker deal and I ain't break a sweat. Catch me cause I'm gone, out of there I'm gone. How I go from 6 to 23 like I'm LeBron. Serving up a pack, serving up a pack. Pulling gimmicks cause they scared to rap. Ay. Funny how they shook, ayy, got you shook. Pulling back the curtain by myself, take a look, ayy. I'm a bar spitter, I'm a hard hitter. Yeah, I'm light skinned, but I'm still a dart. I'm a wig splitter, I'm a tall figure. I'm a unforgiving wild dog. Something wrong with him, got him all bitter. I'm a bill printer, I'm a grave digger. Yeah, I am what I am. I don't have no time for no misunderstandings again. It's a rolling, not a stopwatch. Don't never stop.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is week 3 of Hoop Queens. If you're here in the building, I need you to make some noise. Put your hands together real quick. Nah, do a better job. Put your hands together, make some noise real quick. This is week 3 of Hoop Queens. Big games coming up. Of course, let's give our DJ Shannon Hill, a big round of applause as well too. Give a round of applause, our official DJ of Hoop Queens. So as we get ready to start with our game, I'm gonna do our land and African ancestral acknowledgement. Hoop Queens Housing recognizes that our organization is based on Treaty 13 lands, traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit. We also recognize that we are located on the traditional home of many other nations, including the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Chippewa, and Wendat people. Hoop Queens also acknowledges all treaty peoples, including those who came here as settlers, as migrants, either in this generation or in generations past, and those of us who came here involuntarily, particularly those brought to these lands as a result of the transatlantic slave trade and slavery. We pay tribute to those ancestors of African origin and descent. Now I'm gonna get all players to just rise and we're gonna sing our national anthem. If you have a hat on, please, out of respect, remove your hat as we get ready to play our Canadian national anthem. Thank you very much. Game 1 this week, we have Team Blaze against Team Rain. 2 big games going up. Time to get ready to say our starters.
Remember time when the money no they come free. All of a sudden, see as when they rush me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our away team, Team Rain, head coached by CJ Nofente, and of course assistant coach Gibson Edifo. Our starters of the evening at number 2, Danielle Garvey. Number 3, Bree Livingston. Number 4, Lachey Dwyer. Number 8, Kia Watt. Number 10, Shalaya Adams. And number 18, Phoenix Gideon. All right, guys, it's now time for our home team, Team Blaze, head coach by April Dust and assistant Shanice Miller. Our starters of this game at number 1, Lisa Tassin. Number 2, Eve Uesu. Number 6, Anor Wall. Number 12, Kiara Leverage. And number 21, Hannah Sonley Paisley. All right, guys, lights, camera, action. It's now time to get some hoops.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Goldring Centre for High Performance Sport, where the energy is sky high and the legacy continues once again. Week 3 for Hoop Queens Season 4 basketball is going to be underway shortly. My name is Sydney Holmes. Alongside me is Haley Hopkinson. Lots of basketball action that take place today. But just a quick recap from last week. Team Rain and Team Tide came away with a dub in their respective games. The player of the game for Team Rain was Lachey Dwyer, who capped things off with 20 points, 7 assists, and 14 rebounds. While on the other side, Janika Griffith-Wallace showed out on her birthday, getting 24 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds for Team Tide, who we'll see perform later today. Now, focusing our attention on today's game, game 1 of 2, we will see Team Blaze tip off against Team Rain. As it stands right now, Team Rain is 1-1 on the season, while Team Blaze have yet to grab a victory, keeping it at 0-2. Haley, what are your thoughts on this matchup for today?
So I think it's going to be a fantastic game to watch, but I think Team Blaze definitely has their work cut out for them today. Team Rain, they've been just unbelievable. They have Daniel Garvin, Bree Livingston, Lachey Dwyer. Those are just 3 of the entire team of standouts. Going against them scoring-wise is extremely difficult. So Team Blaze, not only are they going to have to really focus on defense, they have to get their offense going if they're going to want to try to compete competitively with Team Rain. We know that Bree Johnson last week was really trying to get that 3 going. She's done it in previous seasons. So I think if that's a component of the game that they can really bring in and get that strong 3-ball going, I think that'll be extremely crucial for this game. But of course, they have some fantastic players as well. Kiara Leverage always gives us a great display of excellence from her. Hannah Sunley Paisley and the combo with Emily LaFond as well. They've done fantastic in the paint. And Team Rain, they don't have the craziest height on their team, but of course they do have Courtney Perry, who is a massive presence in that paint. So that's going to be a great matchup to keep our eyes on. But I think we're going to see a really great game, and I think Team Blaze is going to have to come into this one and really be on it quick.
Starting lineup for Team Blaze, we have Hannah Sunley Paisley, Kiara Leverage, Anir Wall, Eve Uwesu, and Lisa Tessin. On the other side for Team Rain, we have Danielle Garvin, Shayla Adams, Kia Watt, Lachey Dwyer, and Bree Livingston. Just going to have a little bit of court maintenance going on. I believe there's a spill coming from the roof, but we're going to be back momentarily for tip-off. quick little intermission. I guess it gave both teams a bit more time to warm up there, but it was a bit of a malfunction with the shot clock. That is now fixed. So hopefully there should be no more interruptions moving forward as we get ready for tip-off.
Team Blaze wasted no time getting some extra shots in, and for Team Rain, it was Dwyer shooting and Perry focusing on getting that rebound. So both of these teams looking extremely ready to go today.
Couldn't corral it off the tip, but it will stay with Blaze possession as Hannah Sunley-Paisley fought her hardest to get first touch off the tip there. Sunley-Paisley with it. Over to Tessin. Trying to go to work on the left. Rolls just out. Fighting inside for the rebound. Gets it herself. Hard-fought battle for Lisa Tessin down low. Unsuccessful with the left, but she gets the rebound. Unfortunate, though, that it goes to a jump ball, so it's Team Rain after all her hard work. We see Lachey Dwyer hand it off to Shayla Adams now. Trying to get something started, but there's a high defensive pressure. Gets it to Dwyer. Inside, Shayla Adams ever so slightly throws it out of reach for Danielle Garvin.
Both teams, especially Team Blaze, bringing out a really strong, dominant force early in this game. I think we're only a minute into this, less than a minute into this, but they already are looking stronger than they did last week, looking like really ready to go, because this could really affect the standings of our semifinals next week if Team Blaze, who are 0-2 right now, beat Team Rain, making Team Rain 1-2.
Leverage tried to go to work down low. Her foot just ever so slightly got hot, a bit behind her. The travel was called, so we have Rain ball headed the other direction with Dwyer now. Driving inside, stopped by Sunley-Paisley. A near wall, can't get the right to go. Again, that rim causing some early problems here for Team Blaze. Quick substitution. Brittany English checking into this game. Trying to drive it in, goes for the hook, and she gets it. We did see her practicing those a little bit earlier in the game today too. Dwyer with it. It looks like the Blaze have fallen into a zone defense.
This is definitely a different playing style from the last 2 weeks that we've seen them. Their offense has remained the same though, where it looks like Sunley-Paisley doesn't actually hang out in the paint too much, which has caused trouble for them at some times where they're not really recognizing those lanes, but early in this one it looks like they're starting to.
Good defense for English, but she just can't get control of that second pass. Danielle Garvin grabs it to go. Again, Dwyer with it. Can she poke it through? She can. She has Garvin, but she'll take it past it, actually. Garvin can't get it. Still fighting for it. Leverage, however, gets her hands on it and drops it in for a jump ball. Possession will stay Team Blaze. We have another sub coming in. Emily LaFawn checks into this one for Sunley-Paisley.
Looked like on that possession there, Sunley-Paisley trying to get the rebound off of Danielle Garvin. Actually got a little bit of an elbow to a face there, but this is a great defensive effort from English. But Garvin, we know that she has no trouble scoring. She's been so important to this Team Rain the entire season so far. She was their 26th pick in the draft and definitely one of the most valuable players on this team, and probably in Hoop Queens as well.
LaFawn pulls it and drains. A lot more confidence we're seeing from Team Blaze in comparison to the first 2 games of the season. It seems like their formations are down, their rotations are cleaner, which is giving them the ability to be more effective on offense.
Definitely, and I think coming into this, looking at these 2 teams and what they've done this season, it kind of looks like Team Rain was going to be their most difficult challenge, but at this point, with semis coming up next week, Team Blaze will potentially be in 4th place, kind of no matter what. They do have a chance to sneak up into that 3rd place spot, but they're not going to get one of the top 2 seeds. So at this point, they can really throw everything they've got at Team Rain, try to figure out rotations and what's really going to work for them when it does come to next week and semifinals, and of course then trying to push that to the finals.
The second successful for Phoenix Gideon. Tessin brings it up now. Drives it left, pulls out, over to Leverage. Leverage kicks it. Wall tries to drive in from the free throw line. Can't get it. English, however, grabs a hand on it. Tries to keep it alive, but isn't able to do so.
Blaze is definitely putting in the extra effort today. We're seeing it so early, just fighting for those rebounds and really never giving up on the plays. Not that they did in previous weeks, but this is definitely more effort, and we're seeing a lot of really quick subs. So it's looking like that must be their game plan, to 100% effort, quick subs, and try to see what's going to work.
Quick release for Dwyer. She pulls that back. Now we have a 4-point lead for Team Rain. 8-4 is the total score. LaFawn dishes it. Dwyer's there though, gets a hand in the passing lane. It's a 3-on-2. She decides to dish it low. Too many options for Garvin. Couldn't decide. That results in a travel.
We'll take another look at that 3 from Dwyer, and it's fantastic. I mean, that's what really makes Team Rain so dangerous. It's their transition and their 3-point abilities. So something like that, there's nothing you can really do. She's a fantastic shooter, but you can do that and combat that just like Kiara Leverage did right there.
Leverage called bank. I'm just gonna assume she called it in her head, right? Just to kind of give her the point, but fantastic rotation. Again, I think both teams are really playing solid team basketball at this point, so. LaFawn called on the foul. First one is unsuccessful for Watt. That's the same kind of thing we saw the last trip to the line for Team Rain. Hopefully we're not seeing a pattern, because as we know, especially with the target score rule, every point matters, especially earlier in the game.
It absolutely does. And the target score this season has been so exciting. It's really elevated Hoop Queens as a whole, and this is going to be a great game, and every single game is guaranteed to be exciting when it comes to target score.
No, not my fault. Eve Uesu drives in from a dish from a near wall. This zone seems to be working wonders for Team Blaze. Not that Team Rain is unable to break it, but it allows them to take a second to think of what their next play is, which, as we've known from seeing them, Team Rain is a fast break team.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the little thing. They're still a great team, whether they can't move as quick as they want, but now they're a little bit disturbed. Now they're not playing their regular game, and Team Blaze is disrupting their play. So I think Team Blaze has done a great job, and we know that having Sunlee Paisley and LaFawn, both with some great height, they have the chance to be a little bit more aggressive in their moves and not worry too much about fouls, maybe not as much as a team like Team Rain does.
Kiara Leverage knocks it down. She's feeling it this game. We always know that her consistency is not just in the paint, which is where a lot of her success has been this season, but she's crushing it from beyond the arc, especially earlier on this game.
A strong start like this is so great for them, because one thing that has happened to Team Blaze is they don't get off to the best start and their game comes alive, but sometimes the game is too far gone at that point. So this is definitely an ideal situation for Team Blaze, and to have Kiara Leverage shooting how she is right now so early in the game could be a big difference maker for them.
3 subs in total coming in. 1 for Team Blaze, Samantha Keltos. 2 checking into the game, Sarah Bapti and Courtney Perry checking in for Team Rain. English grabs the rebound. Dwyer's on her, pulls it from 3. A bit too strong. Keltos fighting for the rebound, doesn't get it. Bapti, however, pushes the pace, looks down low, pulls, can't get it. Perry fighting in down low, and something to point out too, LaFont had position on her, but she thought the ball would have just landed in her hand, so she didn't box out, which allowed Perry to just tip it off of her fingers. It's a beautiful heads-up play for Perry.
Yeah, Perry's always going to be one of the most physical presences down in the paint, and she's doing it extremely early in this one.
Through contact, can't get it to go. Johnson.
So we're keeping an eye out for her three. We know she wants it. It makes such a difference maker, especially compared to this hot start they're having right now.
Bapti with it. Over to Garvin, back up to Dwyer. Dwyer beats her first defender. The foul is called on the second.
So Sarah Bapti was a call-up for Team Rain last week, and she definitely made her mark on the team. She made some extremely great heads-up plays. She was a very sharp shooter, and within the target score, she had a couple big buckets.
Looking at that last one with leverage, I think she needed to rely on the help defense just a little bit more. Suddenly Paisley was there. The reaching just wasn't necessary, and I think because of how well she's performing right now, I mean, she has 8 points. Very crucial for her team. We don't want to see her get into foul trouble too early.
Definitely, and we've spoken about when it comes to Team Blaze and the lack of help defense. So now that maybe that's cleaned up a little bit, it might be an adjustment period to kind of trust that help defense because it hasn't been there all season.
Another foul is called. We will see Eve Uesu head to the line. The burst of speed that we saw from her just to get that layup off, and we know Lachey Dwyer, she's always going to try to get that poke or that reach to try to get the ball free. When you start to realize that 9 times out of 10 she's going to reach over to try to get the ball, you can turn your body or do a underhand layup like what we saw there from Eve Uesu, and it works, and you head to the line for 2 shots.
Definitely, and Uesu's bringing some big speed to this game. We haven't really seen too much of that yet, so the matchup of her and Dwyer is it's going to be quick, and it's going to attract a lot of eyes from the refs.
Dwyer with it. High screen from Perry. She takes it, kicks it. Bapti can't get a hand on it.
Team Rain doesn't look totally in sync right now. Livingston and Garvin have definitely had some struggles shooting, so maybe that's got them a little bit rattled right now, but
Uesu. High defensive pressure from Dwyer. Over to Johnson. She gets the screen, backs the leverage. Down low, Uesu. Reverse layup, and it's clean. Beautiful rotation from Team Blaze. Settling into this 2-3 zone. Dwyer looking for an option. Over to Bapti. Back to Dwyer. Inside to Gideon. Over to Bapti. Can't get it. Johnson steals it. She decides to go through contact, passes it over to Keltos, but she can't drop the layup. Bapti with it. Up top to Perry. Perry setting the screen for Dwyer. She doesn't use it. Drives in through everybody. Gets the scoop layup to drop. 17-13 right now as we're just about to hit the 2-minute mark left here in this first quarter. Uesu over to Sunley Paisley. Keltos pulls it just high off the glass. Dwyer pushing the pace. Bounced it. And again, just high off the glass for Gideon. Uesu decides to slow it down. Calls a play. And we have a shot clock violation. That's partly on court awareness, but also on the team being on the bench, not being able to have the visibility. I think you need to call it early, let your team know. At this point, we have a 17-13 point margin in favor of Team Blaze. We're going to step aside and we'll be right back after this short break. Perry fighting through it, gets it off. Suddenly Paisley corrals the rebound. Suddenly Paisley, handoff to Johnson. Johnson spins over to Keltos. Hesitation, she pulls it, and it's good. Gets her 3-point back from the last time down. She adds it onto the board. Bapti trying to break in this zone. Dwyer down low, a floater past to Perry. It gets through, but she can't get the rebound. Keltos calls it again. Just short that time off the front end of the rim. Bapti all alone pulls it, and she drains it. Exchanging threes from both sides of the floor right now.
Yeah, we didn't see the three from Bapti until the second half of last week's game, so that was a great shot for her.
We're under 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Suddenly Paisley takes it all alone. Does a left-handed scoop on the right side. Knocks down the two.
She's done a great job of really finding the lanes in this game.
Dwyer gonna take it to the final seconds of this one. Unsuccessful for Dwyer. As it stands here at the end of the first quarter, Team Blaze are leading 22-16 over Team Rain. We're gonna step aside. We'll be right back heading into the second quarter.
Asia Wilson's on top, top, top. Can't take her spot, spot, spot.
She won MVP, P, 1, 2, and 3. Said she wasn't enough, enough. So she did it for us. Her drips elite. It can't be beat. She said one is clear. 'Cause Asia's top tier.
Love it on that New York, baby. Took his truck and picked me up at Newark. Then he took me to the deli and he took his time. He said, I know that you had a long flight, but I got something on my New York, baby.
I got me a nice little top pull up on the B-Day. I'ma walk on stage, my ass on radio. What she say? I've been on the E-way. Come on the G-way. She wanna put on my chain, yeah. She wanna put on my DJ. Let it go like a relay. Cause my phone do days.
Yeah, I love me a trappin', no dark skin, country old, got it out the mud, 610, thug gold. Top real sleek, big tip, big gun, no. Pick a girl up when we hunch, strong gold. Hit her, making them play, stacking that pay. Buy me whatever I want, hit her. 3 pointers on the chain, fresh new J's, AMG, switch lanes, Never been a vote or lame-o, never switch.
She said, take your time, what's the rush?
best first quarter we've seen from Team Blaze this season. Their lockdown defensive presence in times where it may have faltered, they always fell back to a strong zone defense, and it allowed Team Rain to kind of adjust their offensive play a little bit. So I think if they can kind of keep that mentality, we're going to see a much better performance from them as this game continues, and an even closer matchup. Floater over LaFawn, couldn't get her hand up on defense. Garvin walks away with it. Tessin over to Uesu, kicks it to Leverage all alone. A bit hard on this one. Garvin corrals it. Tried a hesitation, a bit too big to stay in bounds, however. Bud, we're headed the other way.
Definitely not the start the Rain totally wanted, but on that last play when Danielle Garvin's getting her shot going a little bit more, that's such an important key to this game. But yeah, it's going to be a travel call there.
High screen, backdoor cut. Wall tried to get it. She corrals it enough to get the foul call.
Bodies flying everywhere. That's just really shows the intensity that we're seeing in this game. But that was a great play there. The foul obviously stopped it, but if we're going to see that high pick more, that's really going to start to fall for Team Blaze.
Uesu, through contact, cashes it. Inside to Gideon, tries to go to work, dishes it to Garvin. Doesn't bounce in. A hard-fought battle for Gideon pays off. Rain gonna keep possession. Seconds on the shot clock. Strong hesitation, but even better defense from a near wall. Try to pass it inside to Leverage, doesn't go. Bud pushes it. Tried to fade both defenders. Gets the foul, but isn't able to get the extra bucket.
It was definitely a really strong take right there. And Team Rain is having a hard time with this Team Blaze zone defense, but those strong takes, that's really going to be the key for Team Rain right now, to not fall too far behind as they're sitting in a 6-point deficit.
Livingston waiting to check into this game for Team Rain. Not to say she's been a bit quiet, but we're used to seeing maybe more of like a high intensity coming from Team Rain, especially with starting with her. So it's interesting to see how she's able to kind of take control back in this game for Team Rain. Livingston push the pace, a bit short. Uesu inside the wall. LaFawn. It was a good rotation from Blaze. They just couldn't seem to get it to drop. That rim has been their enemy from the start of this game.
Yeah, it was great positioning on the court, but I think Team Rain is having a more difficult time with their rim. It's shots from Bree Livingston that you would just assume would go in the past 2 weeks, so they're definitely having trouble heating up, but for how strong they are with their threes and just their pace and intensity, they're a team that is going to have a easier time than most to come out of a deficit once they start to fall.
A charge was called on Bree Livingston. We have Blaze headed the other way. All alone, Keltos. That's the third, if I'm not mistaken, from Keltos.
Yeah, that is her lucky corner, clearly.
All alone. Again, couldn't get it to go. Getting Krause it, drives it on the right. Suddenly Paisley is there to block it, but she can't corral the rebound, and Garver is there to put away the Garvin.
That's a great quick shot from Danielle Garvin to get some more confidence offensively in this one.
Beautiful look inside from Tesson. She saw that the defense wasn't pushing down far enough to guard Suddenly Paisley, and she had all the time in the world to make the layup. Leverage tries to go for the bomb, can't get it. We have a foul called on Samantha Keltos.
Team Reign seems extremely adamant right now on trying to get their shots from inside of the paint and driving with those lanes, and they're not totally working out for them too well, but it's working out for Suddenly Paisley. She's done a fantastic job of finding those lanes. I felt last week that she was playing really closer to the three-point line, which was a little bit confusing because this is clearly her strong suit. So she's done an incredible job right now to get Team Blaze this lead.
Inside again. Perry not making it easy for Suddenly Paisley. Low dish to Keltos. Corrals it and pulls it low, block. Grabs the two. She has found her rhythm in this game. Inside Perry. Adams trying to get something to go. Finds Garvin. Garvin. And she's called on the travel. That was phenomenal defense from Suddenly Paisley. She knew that the second she was going for that layup steps, she just had to close the gap and force her to make an immediate decision, and it worked out in her favor.
Yeah, I'm loving the matchup between the two of them.
Fighting down low, Leverage a bit too hard. The ball couldn't be corralled by Garvin. Goes right off her foot, so Team Blaze keep possession under the basket.
This is why Team Reign seems just a little bit of out of sync today. It was Garvin and Perry fighting for the same rebound on the same team, causing the turnover.
Dwyer pushing it. She's got Garvin, and it's successful.
It's a great strong take from Garvin.
English over to Keltos. Opposite corner. Goes to work on Perry. Dwyer back with it. Takes it herself. Finds the open man in Perry. And Perry knocks it down. Tesson. Brittany English down low past the Leverage. Couldn't get it to connect. Dwyer with it. Again, tries to do the exact same play we saw last time, but Suddenly Paisley says, not today. You can fool me once, but never again.
Team Reign just seems to be just driving into a triangle of defense, but it's their transition when they can beat the players just like Danielle Garvin did in that last play we just saw. That's when they're really able to find those lanes perfectly. And of course, seeing Courtney Perry in the paint, that's definitely where she is her strongest.
Timeout for Team Blaze. We'll be back shortly after this very intense game in the second quarter.
Remember time when the money.
Yeah, love me a trapping, no dark skin country. Got it at the mother, 610 thug goal. Top real sleek, big tip, big gun out. Pick a girl up when we hunch, strong goal. Hit her, making them play, stack Stacking that pay, buy me whatever I want. Oh, hit 3 pointers on the chain. Fresh new J's, AMG, switch lanes. Oh, never been a road or lame-o. Never switch.
Anxiety, keep on trying me. I feel it quietly, trying to silence me. Yeah, my anxiety can't shake it off of me. Somebody's watching me, and my anxiety.
All right, do me a favor. Smile for the camera. Hold that sweater up. The other way. Good job. You just got your sweater. Thank you. Swaggy. Swaggy.
As it stands right now, Team Blaze 31 in comparison to Team Rain 27. Bapti corralled the rebound to Gideon. It'll stay Rain possession. 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Gideon pulls it just inside of the 3. That's going to be a long 2-pointer, but she gets it to go.
It's a great shot from Gideon. Seeing her start to heat up is really going to help close this deficit.
Perry stops the roll in motion. Adams over to Gideon. Gideon tries to beat Keltos, not made easy, but she draws the foul, and she's gonna head to the line for 2 shots. She positioned her body in a way that the only possible option was for Keltos to reach over her to try to get the ball.
It's a great play, and it really all started with Courtney Perring ripping the ball out of Team Blaze's hand down at the other end. Her defensive efforts definitely helps a lot for this Team Rain effort.
First 2-for-2 trip of the day, courtesy of Gideon. Team Blaze can't corral it. It's a kick ball, so Team Rain get possession back. And Nicole Budd checks back into this game. We're seeing a consistent play now coming from Team Rain. If it's not Dwyer, someone will bring up the ball. They have more of like a power forward kind of type, just planting themselves at the free throw line, and then that's when they start the play. And it's working very well for them, especially in an effort to break down the zone from Team Rain or from Team Blaze. And we see Bree Johnson finally getting her form down. We've seen her try week in and week out for the first 2 games, and she's able to get it. And Perry corrals the pass, goes up immediately again, and gets not only the 2 points, but the foul. She's headed to the line for the extra.
Such a strong take from Perry. We got to take another look at that. Coming off of Bree Johnson, she gets the pass. Brittany English, her body hits her, but Perry does such a great job of just staying in control and going up with one strong take. Paid off for her.
Six seconds on the shot clock, needs to find something. Bapti pulls it, Perry inside. couldn't get it to go. Johnson now. Takes it on the left, pulls it for a jumper, a bit short. Dwyer trying to push it. She's got Perry. They've been a tandem this entire game. Bud, however, fights. She's on the ground for the rebound. Johnson gets it, gives it up to English. English fakes. Downs the 2 points. Solid help defense from English. Tries to get back out to Dwyer. Bud all alone. In and out, but fights for her own rebound. And she's rewarded with a trip to the line for 2 shots. Everyone off the floor for Team Blaze except for Kiara Leverage.
We'll take another look at Brittany English's play right here. Goes all the way down, almost fakes out Phoenix Giddy in there for the easy layup. Very strong take from her, and they're doing a great job with their offense. This is definitely the highest scoring I think we've seen Team Blaze have in a while. It's tied 35 right now.
That was a perfect triangle effort. You have Uesu over to Keltos, inside to Sunley Paisley, back to Uesu. Beautiful trifecta. Dwyer inside, rainbow bounce pass to Gideon. Exchanging buckets at this point. We have Uesu back with it. Keltos looking inside to Sunley Paisley. The back door is there. Wall can't get it. Kicking over to Leverage. Just off the rim again. Beautiful rotation, however, for Team Blaze. Pretty much the length of the floor. Couldn't get the 2 points, but Garvin's headed to the line for 2 shots. If we remember correctly, I want to say, if not last week, the week before, Garvin is a multifaceted player in more ways than one. We actually saw her go up for a layup, fall to the ground, and before she hit the line for 2 shots, she grabbed the mop herself and was actually wiping the court, and then she proceeded to do the 2 shots. So it's nice to see that we have a well-oiled machine of staff on it today.
Definitely. She's keeping them all on their toes.
Uesu inside to Leverage. Back to Uesu. Tip to Sunley Paisley. Dwyer up with Garvin again. Takes it herself. Doesn't get it to drop. Uesu with Dwyer on her back. Doesn't realize. Leverage corrals it, however. Long bomb to Sunley Paisley inside Keltos. Wall has it. A bit too strong. 8 seconds left in this half. Dwyer gets it to drop. Clinical. Both of her threes have come from that exact same spot in this game.
Big moments too. Great way to end off the first half for her.
42 lead. 42 over 37 lead for Team Rain over Team Blaze. We got that 3 ball from Lachey Dwyer sending us into halftime. We'll be back after the short break and a lot more action as we head into the second half of Hoop Queens Week 3, Season 4.
You guys ready? Are we ready? Let's bring them on the court. Let's bring them. Guys, let's give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Our junior hoop queens. These are our future stars. What's up, ladies? You got to full out. Come on the court. Come on the court. Give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Hi, guys. All right, guys, wave to everybody. Wave. They're so cute. All right, guys. Everybody face the crowd. Okay, do me a quick favor. Turn around and say hi to everyone behind us. Say hi. Okay, look this way. Wave to everybody over here. Wave. All right, guys, look straight. Go straight. Wave to everybody. Wave. Everybody, let's give them a round of applause. All right. Hoop Queens founder, Kisa K, it's your time.
All right. Hi, everyone. I just want to give a special thanks to Foot Locker, a special shout out to all my junior hoop queens. And if you don't know what junior hoop queens is, it's our skills and development program for young girls ages 4 to 14. These are the little ones here, so give it up for them. Just want to take a quick moment to thank Foot Locker because they've been rocking with us since day one. They believed in what we're building from before the hype. They've truly put their money where their mouth is, and they've continued to invest into women's basketball. Their support has helped us build and grow this game and the league. Week after week, our incredible stripers that we have, please give it up for them as well. We're incredibly grateful for Foot Locker for just supporting us and genuinely just wanting to invest into women's basketball. So thank you, Foot Locker. Give it up. All right, ladies, we're gonna take a quick picture. So if everyone can just squish in. Come over here. Jada Lee, come over here. Iverson, come in. Big smiles, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Yo, you know what's so special about these girls? One day they'll be playing on this court at this league, or even better, in the professional league. So big shout out to Kisa K, Foot Locker. And one more time, let's give our junior hoop queens a big round of applause. Give them a round of applause, guys.
MVP, PP, 1, 2, and 3, 3, 3. Her game is T. She made history, free. From the mid, it's a rap. All buckets, no cap. They said she wasn't enough. So she did it for us. And if you talk slack, she's gonna clap back.
You know better than that.
Her drips elite. It can't be beat. She say one is clear. Period. 'Cause it's a top tier.
Asia Wilson's on top. Can't take her spot.
I'm on a long thing. You see, I know if I tell you everything I don't see. Remember time when the money no they come quick. All of a sudden, see I send they rush me. I pray to God, say my matter no go lost me. Back in the dungeon, make I tell you something. Nobody say I never suffer for this country, but at the same time, Saka no go touch me. So I dey supply the baby. I'm a fresh shooter, Enterprise Avenue. When I get nothing but the vibes, I'm okay. And now the lyrics on my flows, and the screaming on the tongue revenue. Many things you never knew. They steady wondering why we can never lose. So we go shout you tonight, like we do. Mama told me I never knew. They can never
Anxiety, keep on trying me. I feel it quietly, trying to silence me. Yeah, my anxiety can't shake it.
watching me and my anxiety.
Oh, Canada.
Car launches. DiBiase lays it up and in. To Kennedy.
I got me a nice little top on the B-Day. I'ma walk on stage, my ass on red, yeah, what she say. I been on the E-way, come on the G-way. She wanna put on my chain, yeah, she wanna put on my DJ. Let it go like a relay, cause my phone do days.
Yeah, I love me a trappin', no dark skin, country old, got it out the mud, 610, thug gold. Top real sleek, big tip, big gun, no, pick a girl up when we hunch, strong gold. Hit 'em, making them play, stacking that pay, buy me whatever I want, hit 'em. 3 pointers on the chain, fresh new J's, AMG, switch lanes, never been a vote or lame-o, never switch.
She'll kill some. No cane, I don't feel nothing. Get out your feelings, get in your bed. I drop the ceiling, some made man. Pop tinsel, taking off on it. You think I have propellers?
Love it on that New York, baby. Took his truck and picked me up at Newark. Then he took me to the deli and he took his time. He said, I know that you had a long flight, but I got something on to my New York, baby.
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time.
Oh, Canada.
Car launches. DiBiase lays it up and in. To Kennedy.
I got me a nice little top on the B-Day. I'ma walk on stage, my ass on red, yeah, what she say. I been on the E-way, come on the G-way. She wanna put on my chain, yeah, she wanna put on my DJ. Let it go like a relay, cause my phone do days.
She'll kill some. No cane, I don't feel nothing. Get out your feelings, get in your bed. I drop the ceiling, some made man. Pop tinsel, taking off on it. You think I have propellers?
Love it on that New York, baby.
After first half action, we see Team Rain ever so slightly ahead with a score of 42 in comparison to Team Blaze with 37. Key points to come out of that first half. Team Rain, they got progressively better at beating down that zone defense from Team Blaze because a lot of their play style has been fast break opportunities, quick passes, and kudos to Team Blaze because this is the most consistent we've seen them play from the start of the first half to the end going into the second now.
Definitely, this is some offense that we haven't seen yet, and Evie Wasu with 9 points leading them right now has been spectacular. She's making some great offensive plays, and for Team Blaze, some of the plays that they have been doing don't end in a bucket necessarily, but there's a lot of great stuff there. They're playing more as a team, which from the beginning of the season, we knew that that was their goal. They want to use their veteran presence to their advantage and play some strong team basketball. I think that's exactly what we're seeing tonight. We're seeing a lot more passing. We're seeing recognizing those lanes and being very intentional with everything that they're doing in their offense. Their defense has been great, but we did know, even though they got off to such a great start, we know that Team Rain is phenomenal shooters, especially when it comes to Dwyer, Garvin, and Livingston. And of course, Courtney Perry in the paint is extremely dangerous. So this is really going to be the true test for Team Blaze on if they can take over in the third quarter here and if Team Rain can get their offense going to how we know it can perform.
Just waiting for the clock to reset, and here we go. Second half is now underway. Uesu over the wall. Completely blocked from Garvin. Dwyer pulls it out to Gideon. Ball is kicked, however. Possession is retained from Team Rain. Fakes out suddenly Paisley. A bit too soft on the layup. Tessin. Uesu kicks it to Suddenly Paisley. Back to Uesu. Tie up. Leverage. Fought for possession.
We'll take another look. A near really good, strong take, but Danielle Garvin, she's very quick with everything she does.
Dwyer received a screen from Gideon, uses it. Kicks it over to Adams, but Uesu still stands strong. Tessin takes over. Couldn't get in. Wall was there on the first jab, but couldn't get back for the second.
She's done a great job at finishing those difficult shots.
Tessin inside to Suddenly Paisley. She calls for her to drive. She does. Unsuccessful with Dwyer with it now. Gideon drains it. Real happy about that one.
It's a great start to the second half for Gideon.
Bounce pass again, but this time it's kicked to Leverage. Leverage interception over to Uesu. She gets a second attempt at it because no one on Team Rain was guarding her. It was a free 2 layup. She gets 1 to drop. Left all the way open. Can't make Team Blaze pay. Eve Uesu slowly brings it up the floor. Pulls it herself. Suddenly Paisley collects the rebound and still gets the 2 points. Adams, there's gonna be a foul called. Even though there was contact on both sides, the foul is gonna go on Eve Uesu.
We'll take another look at that. Both of them seem to be in some pain right there. Yeah, both got some contact to the face. Both being looked at right now, just figuring it out with their trainers.
With the trainer coming on the floor, Adams is gonna have to have a little bit of a break substitution. Hopefully we'll see her back on the floor, at least the bench, shortly. Quick timeout is called. We're gonna be back. Actually, they're calling it now. I think the teams just took what looked to be a timeout. We see the teams warming up on the side. Team Charge and Team Tide going up against each other next in this game.
That one's definitely going to be a fantastic game. Team Tide undefeated for the season so far. Team Charge has the chance to spoil that and give them both a 2-1 record.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Dwyer tries to get something started. High pressure from Leverage, but she beats her. The ball is blocked, however, from Leverage. Way to get back on defense. 2 seconds now on the shot clock with Rain possession. Off the back. Doesn't get the layup, but gets a crack at 2 shots at the free throw line. That's a beautiful heads-up play for Lachey Dwyer, but we have to point out that there was a play that was called from Team Reign's bench, and it just wasn't ran.
This is definitely my favorite play in basketball history. I think it's so sneaky, but it's such good recognition, especially when the back is turned to Dwyer right there. Why wouldn't she do that? And doesn't get the bucket, but she'll get to go to the line.
It was a good heads-up play, but it shouldn't rely on the efforts of one player to make up for a team not being able to run a play. That was a beautiful effort from her, and I think it obviously resulted in her heading to the line for 2 points. But they need to fix that inbound play because that's what's going to be more effective for them down the stretch. English. Suddenly Paisley with it now. Takes it on the left. Back to English. Beautiful rotation from Team Blaze. I've been echoing that all game, but it stands true. This is, again, the first time we've seen them have full confidence in the plays that head coach April Diaz has been setting up for them all season long. Good help defense from Sunley Paisley.
I think Sunley Paisley has definitely taken a step up in this game, which is definitely leading to a lot of the scoring we see right here. It looked like she kind of didn't put herself in a great position, not close enough to the basket, but a quick handoff to Brittany English. English is a fantastic shooter. We know she's going to be able to finish that one out easy right there, but Sunley Paisley doing a great job facilitating on both ends of the court.
Right over Sunley Paisley. Garvin gets the 2 points. Keltos, 10 seconds on the shot clock. She makes those seconds count, drains the 2, they come away with the 2 points.
Done a great job of pulling up from everywhere on this court and being successful.
Dwyer cuts in again. Doesn't get it to drop. I feel like the ball has just been bouncing a bit unlucky for her because notoriously she's been known to be able to get those kind of low gap, low space opportunities.
And it's great that they actually do have the lead right now when a lot of the key components scoring-wise that they've relied on in the previous weeks of Hoop Queens, it's not there right now. We're not seeing the same productiveness from Livingston. Dwyer's having a difficult time, but they're still doing a great job of staying in the game, and it's because other players are stepping up, like Nicole Budd right there. Fantastic 3-ball from her.
Inside, Sunley Paisley. She's been the facilitator for Team Blaze today. A lot of the plays, a lot of the scoring opportunities will go through her. Subs checking into this one. Bree Johnson and Emily LaFawn checking in for Team Blaze.
I feel like we're seeing that matchup a lot, that when Perry comes onto the court, we're seeing Sunley Paisley go to the bench and LaFawn come back in. And I think it's because LaFawn has done an especially well job dealing with Perry in the paint.
We also see Perry check in and Livingston check in for Team Reign. Getting her form down quick today has been Bree Johnson. Garvin. LaFawn. A lot of contact down low. We didn't really quite see what happened. We're going to step aside for a short, quick intermission. Hopefully they can get this injury checked out. Hopefully we can see English be able to head back to the bench shortly.
Top, top, can't take her spot, spot, spot.
She won MVP, PP, 1, 2, and 3. Said she wasn't enough, so she did it for us. Her drips elite. It can't be beat. She said one is clear, 'cause it's top tier.
Love it on that New York, baby. Took his truck and picked me up at Newark. Then he took me to the deli and he took his time. He said, I know that you had a long flight, but I got something on my New York, baby.
I got me a nice little top pull up on the B-Day. I'ma walk on stage, my ass on radio. What she say? I've been on the E-way. Come on the G-way. She wanna put on my chain, yeah. She wanna put on my DJ. Let it go like a relay. Cause my phone do days.
Yeah, I love me a trappin', no dark skin, country old, got it out the mud, 610, thug gold. Top real sleek, big tip, big gun, no. Pick a girl up when we hunch, strong gold. Hit her, making them play, stacking that pay. Buy me whatever I want, hit her. 3 pointers on the chain, fresh new J's, AMG, switch lanes, Never been a boat or lame-o, never switch.
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush?
Brittany English being helped to the bench, a good sign that she is able to put some amount of weight walking back herself. We believe it to be either an ankle injury or something, but she is now walking unassisted, so that is a good sign. Only a 5-point margin separating Team Rain and Team Blaze. Tesson inside to LaFond. LaFond loses it, but the foul is called on Courtney Perry. One of the big contributors this season for Team Rain has been their consistency in being able to find the pocket, but also their consistency on defense. That's something that's been completely unmatched, and the reason they're able to excel so well on the offensive end.
Definitely, it seems like everyone on Team Rain is a little bit more comfortable shooting when they know that Courtney Perry is under the basket as well. It's a great basket from her right there, handoff from Bree Livingston. Livingston definitely hasn't been able to do the scoring that she does so well in previous weeks, so we'll see if that heats up for her.
Lots of action going on here today, but the consistency that we're seeing from both teams is allowing this to be so competitive, but kudos has to go out to Perry because it was a little bit of a slow burn from the start, but her ability to execute down low and inside the paint is honestly what's adding to that ever so slight lead that we're seeing Team Rain with right now.
Definitely, and it's a reason why they're able to stay in these games when they do have the slow start that they had at the beginning. It's these little unnoticed baskets that she gets in the paint that just really sets them ahead every single time.
Lots of action going on for week 3 of Hoop Queens. If you're able to make it out, please do. This is phenomenal women's basketball, but it needs to be said, what is keeping our VIP section fed game in and game out is Blessed Sisters Catering, and you can find them with using that exact name on all social media platforms. They're all about bold bites, island vibes, serving up authentic Caribbean dishes that keep your taste buds dancing, and that is once again Blessed Sisters Catering. Johnson Pulls it. Can't get it. Bud did the splits, however, she's back up quick. Dwyer. A long 2 from Dwyer, but she drops it nonetheless.
She's definitely starting to feel herself a little bit more with those shots.
Beat by Tessin, but Tessin kicks it out to Uesu. Can't find the bottom of the mesh. Beautiful positioning from LaFawn. She grabs that rebound and turns her body. And Bud is called as she was already midair. She tried to jump over LaFawn, and I get it. I mean, the height difference given enough.
Yeah, she had to go full effort on that one. But full effort is what right now Dwyer is giving. It's a long 2 there, but it's still just as effective nonetheless.
Looking at the point spread for Team Reign, Garvin 15 points, Dwyer 16, Gideon 13. It's very much spread out. And then you look at Team Blaze, same kind of deal, but right now leading on the floor is Eve Uesu with 11 points. So that's honestly the reason that we see an ever so slight lead for Team Reign is because there's multiple shooters on the floor. There needs to be a multiple shooter presence for Team Blaze.
Definitely, you gotta think. Soon we'll probably see Sunley Paisley come in again. LaFawn's defense has been absolutely fantastic, but Paisley has been facilitating a lot on the court.
From distance, Johnson. The foul gets called. She's talking about what could have happened with a bit of a different play, but regardless, Johnson's headed to the line for 3 shots this time. And if I'm not mistaken, these are her first free throws of the entire season.
Yeah, I believe so.
People are a bit confused thinking if it was a timeout. It's not a timeout, it's just both coaches decided to pull the players that weren't needed for the shot. First one drops for Johnson. Two for 3 on her trip to the line. Brings this margin in within 5 points of Team Reign. Dwyer tried to get in. LaFawn puts the hand inside. Still corralled by Team Reign. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gideon outbounces herself, but catches it and drops the 2 points. Way to not give up on that one.
Yeah, she's been doing some crazy shots all game today, and she's definitely putting herself in a great position to land them.
2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter of action. Uesu up to Tessin, inside to LaFawn. LaFawn tries to go to work on Perry, but Perry says not today. Bud pushes it up to Dwyer. Dwyer saves it back to Bud. Gideon, easy drive on the right. LaFawn over to Leverage. Leverage all alone takes the shot. I think she's just loving the bank shot. At first I thought it was a mistake, but I think she's purposely doing it. Seemingly bounced through the entire defense for Team Blaze, but still can't get away with the 2 points. One minute left here in this 3rd quarter. Tipped away from Dwyer. Dwyer and Johnson. She goes straight up. Doesn't get it, but corrals the rebound, surprisingly. Pulls from 3, and it's a bit off the mark. Keltos was gonna let it go out, but given the hard work coming from Bud, Reign will keep possession. We have 11 seconds left on the shot clock.
It's a great, smart play from Nicole Budd. I feel like she's been sprinting around this court non-stop this quarter.
4 seconds on the shot clock. Watt tried her luck, but couldn't get it. Leverage. Over to Uesu. Back up to Keltos. Leverage. Gets the 3 to drop at a different spot, and it's not a bank this time.
No, she's showing us variety, and she is nailing these shots. A great game for her and a great third quarter.
Dwyer taking the ball for the final seconds again. From distance, Dwyer calls Keltos' number and makes her pay. Once again, the final seconds of the quarter are gifted to Team Reign with points coming directly from Dwyer. What more do you want, especially from distance from her? As it stands right now, Team Reign up 66-60 over Team Blaze. We're gonna step aside and we're gonna be back shortly for fourth quarter action.
Yeah, I love me a trapping, no dark skin, country old, got it out the mud, 610, thug gold. Top real sleek, big tip, big gun out, pick a girl up when we hunch, oh, strong gold, hit her. Making them play, stacking that pay, buy me whatever I want, oh, hit her. 3 pointers on the chain, fresh new J's, AMG, switch lanes on. Never been a road or lame-o.
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a
Asia Wilson's on top, top, top. Can't take her spot, spot, spot. She's a real one, through. Always does what she'll do.
Oh my goodness, this is a great feeling.
She won MVP, P, 1, 2, and 3. Her game is T. She made history, from the mid, it's a rap. All buckets, no cap. They said she wasn't enough, so she did it for us. Yeah, if you talk slack, she's gonna clap back.
You know you know better than that.
Her drips elite, it can't be beat. She say one is clear.
Period.
'Cause it's a top tier.
Asia Wilson's on top, top. Can't take her spot.
Well, Kiara Leverage in the third quarter was nailing threes from everywhere, it felt like. But of course, to end it off, it was Dwyer who just had to get the last shot once again. She's done a great job of ending off each of these quarters on a big shot, and we'll see how well she can translate that into the fourth quarter as Reign has a 6-point lead right now. And of course, we've got the target score aspect coming into the game at the first dead ball after 4 minutes. But during our break, concert tickets were just given away from Universal Music. Sounds of Hoop Queens provided by Universal Music, providing Hoop Queens fans with premium music. They gave away Russ and Big Sean tickets. Make sure you come down to Hoop Queens because there are giveaways all the time.
Another 3-ball for Team Reign, and Haley, you mentioned it, the new rule that we have, target score, that's been adding excitement to every single game this season, allowing it to feel like a final matchup in March Madness. Or again, here we have Leverage. She's finding her chemistry from beyond the arc, and now it's not just from one spot, it's all over. With target score, however, at the first dead ball under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, the clock is turned off and the target score is going to be set, so adding 8 points to the leading team's total score. So for an example, if the leading team at the time has 80 points, the target score is then 88, allowing this new level of found competition because there's no clock to kind of play out. It's allowing you to know the exact score you have to hit, and we've seen it firsthand. It adds just that much more of a competition factor for both of these teams. Team Rain only playing with 3 on offense. Doesn't matter too much, they still get the 2 points. I think on that one there needs to be a little bit more of better court awareness. There needs to be a better court awareness, especially for Team Blaze when you know that you're up by 2 more, especially 2 more bodies. Double every single ball. A get back though for Samantha Keltos.
Samantha Keltos has been making some great shots this entire game. She's been really effective offensively.
Good defense from Leverage, forces Dwyer, who out dribbles herself. Ball's headed with Team Blaze possession. 8 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Team Rain still up 71-65 over Team Blaze. Eve Uesu. Doesn't get the layup, but is headed to the line for 2 shots.
She's been playing with the level of aggressiveness that I don't think we've seen yet from her so far this season. She's taking these lanes as strong as she possibly can, ending up in either the basket, of course, or she gets to the line to help her team close this little deficit of six points that they're in right now.
And I know we said from last week that Team Blaze has all of the components. They just needed more than one person to kind of act it out. We know Leverage is a fantastic person on offense and defense. I mean, offensive specifically, she has 17 points. So again, she is very consistent for her team, but we needed more players to kind of come up. And in this game, it's been Keltos and it's been Uesu, especially the defensive presence coming from Hannah Sunley-Paisley. She's been a key facilitator for Team Blaze.
No, you're exactly right. Even before the game, we're talking, they just need a little more scoring, a little more people to really step up so that it takes the defensive pressure off of Leverage when they're in their offensive rotation. Now it causes more of a challenge for Team Rain because who's the top priority to guard? Rain does a lot of trapping in their defense, putting 2, possibly even 3 players on Leverage at times. Now it makes it a lot more of a challenge.
Rebound is grabbed. A near wall cutting in, can't get the ball. Evie Uesu trying to get something going. A lot of movement, but it's tipped away from a near wall. Has Dwyer in the middle, takes it herself. A near wall grabs the rebound, dishes it to Eve Uesu, up to Leverage. Hannah Sunley-Paisley all alone. That's a beautiful way of not relying on your teammate making it, track the ball to the net.
Yeah, she had great positioning on the court to get that low putback.
Stepped out of bounds. Now it is probably, I don't know if it's gonna go on record, but it kind of feels like it, the hottest day of the year.
Oh yeah.
And with that, why don't you, instead of being inside your houses, come inside and watch Hoop Queens? I mean, we're at the U of T gym. I think it's a very lovely place to be at, especially when it's, what, 34 degrees outside?
The Goldring Centre is in fact air conditioned, and you can stay cool on their dime, not yours.
Exactly, that it is. It's a beautiful place to be, especially watching women's basketball on a Sunday. What a better way to get your week started. Team Rain's bench is on their feet. They thought it was a charge called on Leverage, but instead it's a blocking foul called on Gideon.
We'll take another look at that. Almost got the and one there, but she was battling through 3 Rain players right there, shot it off balance. She'll get to the line. But this Team Blaze, they're definitely the most visually excited we've seen them all season long, especially when they have their teammate Brittany English go down. Nothing quite motivates you more than when a teammate is in need and a teammate goes down to perform at your highest ability.
Leverage gets the second. And we have a timeout called for Team Rain. They still have the lead, however, but now the margin is only separated by 1 point. We're going to come back shortly, and we're going to continue this fourth quarter action.
Asia Wilson's on top, top, top. Can't take her spot, spot, spot. She's a real one, through. Always does what she'll do.
Oh my goodness, this is a great feeling.
She won MVP, P, 1, 2, and 3. Her game is T. She made history, from the mid, it's a rap. All buckets, no cap. They said she wasn't enough. So she did it for us. And if you talk snack, she's gonna clap back.
You know better than that.
Her drips elite. It can't be beat. She say one is clear.
Period.
'Cause Asia's top tier. Asia Wilson's on top. Can't take her spot.
Inside. Can't get it to fall for Garver. Tessin, give and go to Keltos. Kicks it over to Leverage, who's all alone. Doesn't get the 3 to fall. Watt trying to get something going, gives it to Garver. Garver decides to pull it, doesn't get it to fall. Leverage corrals the rebound. The near wall, trying to go to work. Isn't easy on Baptiste. And a charge is called. I know Baptiste kind of wanted a foul on that earlier one when she was trying to get the ball back from a near wall. But instead, it's going to be called on Emily Lafond.
We'll take another look at the charge. Yeah, that's where Baptiste slips up a little bit. Emily Lafond too strong there, but Livingston doing a great job of positioning to get that call for them.
Keltos tries to get a hand on it, but Wall corrals it. 3-on-2 situation. Keltos, it's a bit too out of her reach. And near Wall, it was a great idea to kind of push the pace, but a bit too hard in the pass.
We've got about 1 minute until the target score comes into play. And wow.
Dwyer straight cash again from beyond the arc. Something we've assumed from her the entire season so far.
Still so impressive every time she gets it down, though.
Through contact, not the first time, but the second, gets it to drop. Hands are up in the air as she's walking back. Expected the foul, but at least she gets the 2 points.
It's a really smart play to go for the underhanded layup there from Kia Watt to get the contact on Emily Lafond.
We have an amazing food provider today. 9 Mile Food is coming in. Authentic Jamaican restaurant located at 1334 Bloor Street West. Black family owned. The owners are Chris and Sasha, both born in Jamaica, so you know that the food is beyond fantastic. I've actually had an opportunity to have it apart from today, and it is quintessential Jamaican food. Again, I've said this last time. In my opinion, my grandmother, I can't not say that she makes the best, but this is definitely maybe, if not a step in front of hers, it's a little step behind. But again, 9 Mile International Cuisine, Jamaican authentic, keeping us fed today. Please go visit them. Suddenly Paisley checks back into this one for Lafond, but is called on the travel immediately into this game.
So it seems like the next dead ball will start the target score 5 seconds away from 4 minutes. And we got some subs coming in to set them up nicely for when the target score gets added.
And different from last week. I mean, both games last week, there was a pretty substantial lead for the winning party at that time. But right now, the game is so close that even when we have the target score set, that there's still going to be some heavy competition.
All right, so the target score has been established. It is 84 right now.
It was also 84 last week, too.
Yeah, and we're getting a lot of similar scores.
Yeah.
But we're getting such different games in every single matchup. I don't know if anybody would have necessarily thought that the game would be this close going into the target score. Team Rain has blown out their competition last week. We're expecting a similar performance, but Team Blaze is here to stay and play.
We quickly have a little bit of a break. We're going to head aside as both teams are getting ready to try to see who can be the first to grab this target score.
I can't hear you. Who do you think? Team Blaze or Team Rain? I can't hear you. Team Rain or Team Blaze? Oh, I heard you over there. All right, find out. Mommy, me know who you pick already. I know.
No king, I don't feel nothing. Get out your feelings, get in your bed. I dropped the ceiling, some made man. Pop tinsel, taking off on it. You think I have propellers?
Love it on that new.
The clock is off. The target score is set. 84 points is what both of these teams are now battling to get to. Knocked away from Perry. Hannah Suddenly Paisley calls for it again. Backdoor pass to Johnson. She wanted the foul, nothing's called. Ball is gonna go to possession of Team Rain. We're seeing a difference in play style now. Both bigs are on the floor for Team Blaze.
Which we haven't seen that tonight yet, so we'll see how effective they can be, but with the way they've both been playing, I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic.
Suddenly Paisley headed the other way for Team Blaze. Leverage, can't get it, but grabs her own rebound. Livingston pushes through, goes for the reverse, can't get it to land. Pushing it, Wall gets it to drop, a near wall with the floater. Perry trying to cut inside, can't, gives it up. All alone. Doesn't get it to drop from Watt, but Perry.
Perry does such a great job in her role. It allows Team Reign to be a lot more comfortable to pull those big shots when you know she's under there waiting for that rebound.
A near wall into LaFond. LaFond drains it.
LaFond hasn't had the biggest shooting night, but she's coming in clutch in these crucial moments.
Foul's called. And it's gonna go on Kiara Leverage.
I don't hate that foul totally. They have a foul to give, and we've seen Team Reign struggle with their inbounding plays.
Yeah, last time they were in this situation, Leverage got it. The ball bounced right off her back. Hopefully she doesn't let that happen again.
And Kiara Leverage has 20 points on the night. Dwyer has 21, so the matchup between the two of them has been such an exciting watch. Sunley Paisley's giving a round of applause to the man who is getting the floor nice and squeaky for them.
Inside Perry. Hard hit to the floor. She's back up, however, and she's going to head to the line for 2 shots.
We'll take another look at that foul. Perry got a nice shot from in there, but Johnson and Sunley Paisley is too much right there, pushing her to the ground.
Drops the second. We have a sub checking into this game. Phoenix Gideon is taking out Perry. She's in need of a well-deserved rest after how hard she's been going on defense and just knocking down that bucket on offense. Allow her to take a little bit of a break. Johnson, Sunley Paisley, 8 on the shot clock. Keltos drains from 3. Again, smooth rotation from Team Blaze, and for the first time in a while, we are knotted 79 apiece. And a foul is called.
That's a massive shot from Keltos there. She's got 17 points on the night. Sunley Paisley once again facilitating on the court to a wide open Keltos, who's gonna nail that 3.
Looking at the point spread that's on the floor right now, Leverage 20 points, Uesu 13, Sunley Paisley 10, and Keltos 17. That's exactly what we were saying of having the ability to share the offensive leadership, and that way you can execute as a team, on defense.
Yeah, and Keltos hasn't had the craziest amount of minutes in this game, but she's just been extremely effective with the minutes that she has been getting.
First one is knocked down for Gideon. And the second is successful. Team Reign is only 3 points away from the target score. Uesu. Leverage. Can't get it. Uesu gets the rebound though. Keltos tried to find Leverage inside, doesn't. Bree Johnson is back to try to guard Livingston. She stops her. Keltos is there, grabs the rebound. kicks it. Suddenly Paisley. Over to Uesu. She catches it. Drains from 3. Eve Uesu. Some miscommunication happening on the floor.
I think the 3 was just so big, people thought that was game, but no, that was just an incredible bucket right there from Eve Uesu. She stepped up when her team needed her. That's a massive shot. And now the Blaze are only 2 points away from this target score.
A quick break on the floor. We're going to step aside for a couple seconds, allow these teams to breathe. Then we're going to come back for some even more intense basketball action. For the first time in a while, Team Blaze have a 1-point lead, 82 in comparison to Team Rain with 81. Team Blaze, only 2 points separates them from the target score, with Team Rain sitting at 3. Dwyer, 10 seconds on the shot clock, takes it in. Keltos gets a hand in the passing lane. Now they have time. Eve Uesu, slow bring up. Suddenly Paisley underneath, just wide of the net. Trying not to draw the foul, Dwyer with it. Three points is all that separates Team Rain from capturing this game. 2 points is all that separates Team Blaze from grabbing their first win of the season. Driving it inside, Keltos is there, stops her, and it's passed out of bounds. Got a bit too excited with it, Kia Watt. Team Blaze now will retain possession.
They've got the great opportunity to end it right here. They don't even need a 3, although they've been nothing short of those.
Uesu. Leverage, drives in. Can't get it, Uesu. Fighting for it, it's on the ground. Watt pulls it. A foul is called and we have a charge. Bree Johnson wanted it and she gets it.
She definitely didn't think she was getting that at first, and she just erupted when she got that call. We're gonna have to take another look at that. This has been an insane sequence here. Bree Johnson, yeah, she got her feet set, and that could be a game-defying moment right there from Bree Johnson.
She's wanted it all game, but I guarantee you she would have traded away all of those opportunities to get the one she just grabbed. We're gonna step aside for a second. The intensity is extremely high in this gym right now. Please, if you are spending today inside, which I hope you are given the temperatures, come inside, celebrate with us here at Hoop Queens Season 4.
Silence me, my anxiety can't shake it off of me. Somebody's watching me and my anxiety.
So coming into this game, or coming into this target score section, I should say, Team Blaze are going to retain possession on the sideline. If you were head coach April Diaz, what would you be focusing on? Would you go for a 3? Would you go for a mid-range, or would you drive it in, Haley?
Honestly, the first thing that I would do in this situation is get the ball to Sunlee Paisley in the paint. I'm not saying she has to take the last shot, but she's been facilitating the ball perfectly all game long. They have some fantastic options. They don't need a 3, but if that's the open shot, maybe throw them off a little bit. Why would they go for a 3? Give them the unexpected. I think the ball has got to be in Sunlee Paisley's hands at some point in this next possession.
Close screen into Johnson. Uesu with it. Johnson all alone. Can't get it. Sunlee Paisley corrals the rebound. Eve Uesu pulls. Can't get the 3 off the back end of the rim. Blaze are all down low on Garvin.
It's a jump ball.
Garvin wanting there to be a foul, saying that she got hit in the face. Ref calls otherwise. It's a jump ball. It will stay Blaze possession. We again have a timeout call from Team Blaze. Smart decision. Under the basket rebound. We are going to be back in just a few seconds here to see what they're going to do. The play has been drawn. It's set. Let's see how it performs. Inside, Uesu knocked away from Dwyer. Bapti with it. Pushed it up to Garvin. And she is fouled. Leverage. Hard contact on the way up for Garvin. She's headed to the line for 2 shots.
We'll get a replay of that. Johnson fell on the inbound play, which seemed to kind of spark the transition. Garvin couldn't get a great shot off of that, but regardless, this may not end the game here. She has 2 shots, but we're seeing Perry come in, which Sydney and I were just talking. We were wondering why she wasn't in there, because her rebounding ability is so important. And you have to wonder here, does Garvin go to make both of them, or is there going to be a different side to this where she tries to miss that second one and hoping that Perry is there to save her?
First shot is empty. But the second is good. Sub coming in again. Bapti, who was only subbed out so Perry could get in, hoping to get the rebound. Game is tied at 82 apiece. Both teams only need 1 more basket to capture this target score. High defense on Uesu. Chucks it to Johnson. Bree Johnson doesn't get it. Sunlee Paisley in low. And the foul is called. That storybook moment would have happened for Bree Johnson low in the corner.
She wants it.
wants it so bad, but I will say she's putting her body on the line for every other aspect of her team's defense right now, getting that crucial charge. Suddenly Paisley, all eyes on her in this moment, headed to the line for 2. Doesn't get the first one, which means even if she makes the second, Team Rain still have a chance. Early step in from Team Rain. Gideon a bit too excited, so suddenly Paisley gets an extra shot. Knocks down the third. And a timeout is called for Team Rain. Again, 1 point separating Team Blaze, 2 separating Team Rain from the target score. We're gonna step aside and we'll be back shortly for more competitive basketball action. After one made free throw from Hannah Sunley Paisley, the ball is now retained by Team Rain. The ball is advanced due to the timeout call. They only need 2 points to reach this target score and close this game out.
This is definitely making for one of the most exciting endings to a game we've had this season.
Dwyer set with the inbound. Hard defense from Johnson. Dwyer back with it. Goes in on the left, loses it. Steps out of bounds, wanted the foul call, doesn't get it. Headed the other way now, Team Blaze.
Whoa. This has been a crazy ending to this game. They're not even gonna call a timeout here, it looks like. They're just gonna go for it.
Actually, I think at this point, all teams have no timeouts. I think they've used them all.
Right.
Uesu, high pressure from Dwyer. Beats her. Picks up the ball, needs to give it off. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson, inside leverage, leverage! Can't get it, Garvin gets the rebound. And a foul is called. Reaching foul down low on Team Blaze, and both teams are in bonus. So Garvin is gonna head to the line for 2 shots.
They'll bring Perry back in for the defensive presence. Get her in there in case a second chance opportunity is needed.
All the pressure in the world again. Danielle Garvin. All she needs to do is knock down both shots and this game is done. First one is empty. Second, she tries to bounce it and tries to do the play that you suggested earlier, Haley. The only problem that she forgot is the shooter has to wait until the ball at least touches the rim. She went in just a touch too early.
I like the attempt there, but still it's a one possession game for each of these teams.
Evie Wesu gets a screen from Keltos. High pressure from Dwyer. Over to Johnson. Inside, suddenly Paisley. Suddenly Paisley over to Johnson. Can't get it to fall. Suddenly Paisley with it. Up! And she drains it. The facilitator of this game, Hannah Suddenly Paisley, knocks it down to grab her team's first win of the season.
Couldn't have come at a better time, and from there's not more of a leader on that team than Suddenly Paisley, and she definitely had her best game of the season and ended it off on the highest note possible.
A fantastic team performance all around. Leading scorer Kiara Leverage with 20 points for Team Blaze. And she grabs the MVP of the game. Fantastic effort. Next week, as you know, we're heading into the playoffs, so winning today's game was crucial for them. But just like that, we already have Team Tide trying their best to warm up Team Charge shortly after behind them. Thank you to everyone who tuned in for the first game of today. Team Blaze taking it 85-82. But please stay with us. We have game 2 tip-off coming up between Team Charge and Team Tide in just a few minutes.
Yeah, I love me a trapping, no dark skin, country old, got it out the mud. See
Program has ended.